So, the move. People want to know how I'm holding up during the move. I've had to move around my whole life, and not in a exciting militarily way. Some of it was militarily, but most of it has just been on the run, like domestic stuff. Like my mom moved us Section 8 housing, project housing, rental housing, just like bad neighborhoods. And so my anxiety's up. And I'm paranoid about when these people are gonna want me out because I'm dealing with two different channels. Put the covers on top of my naked body because then y'all can see maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I got cold all of a sudden. Harry Paws. So the move, I'm not holding up too well because like every time, being a woman in America, living in apartments, they just, when you're a woman living by yourself and there ain't no man to answer the door, they just come. I mean, I've been getting knocks since I moved in. I'm not gonna get into all the knocks because I'm tired of talking about it and I'm on my way out anyway. So I'm not holding up good at all, but I'm holding up as good as could be expected. I'm not doing better than most. And I've seen some alleys, I've seen some trestles under the bridge, and I've considered, I don't like feeling uncomfortable. That's an uncomfortable feeling, not knowing when somebody's gonna knock on your door and say, hey, you gotta go. And I have anxieties about, damn, I forgot that roach was on my glass. I wanted some drink. Man, I had his ass on there. So I got two different drinks. It's like the one I wanted. That's the one I had in case of an emergency. But so I've been, that's not no way for nobody to live, not knowing exactly when you have to be out, and then not knowing where you're going when they tell you to get out. And I've had instances where I've only had an hour, sometimes not even that, to get out, and without notice. Because they want to get your stuff. They want whatever stuff you're leaving behind. And so then that's the other issue. Am I going to have transportation to get my things out? And the other anxiety, how heavy do I want my bags to be? How heavy should I pack? Maybe I can set my phone down, but I got something kind of covering myself with. So I'm thinking about, like, how heavy do I want my bags? I'm already looking at my clothes and shit, like, what can I leave behind? Assessing property. Am I gonna be outside in a freeze storm? Am I gonna be at the homeless shelter again with people bothering me? And I'm finally coming to cope into terms with my own mental issues. And I'm about to be trapped like in a sardine can with people with their own mental issues. And why is God doing this to me? And I'm holding on to my own life with all dear life, trying to fight for my life. I'm fighting for not just my life, but my new family. I'm trying to stay insane. Not sane, strike that verse. I mean, sane, not insane. I'm fighting to stay in this world, like, I'm fighting to cope and stay with my family, the new family I found, more like they found me. So, you don't need to see that. I don't want you knowing my itinerary. That's my list of where I gotta go next week. You don't need y'all in my business. How about that? Kylie, I'm waiting on you to be in this bed with me. Okay, now y'all can see my arm. Yeah, see how the rash spreading? Before I couldn't show you because I was butt ass naked. And so that's just me cleaning up. So my list, I just realized I don't want y'all to know where I'm going because I got enough people following me already. But anyway, you're the flag. You're the flags is just, did I cover the flag? Yeah, that just getting to be stressful, getting flagged. That's how bad the world is getting, and people need help. And I stop, you know, help people. I don't stop and help everybody. Some people, you know, mean me harm. Some people just full of shit, and some people I don't have the strength to help them because I've exhausted that strength on myself and my family, or I've exhausted it or helping somebody else. So sometimes I can't always help people. I don't have the physical strength in the day to do so. It breaks my heart, but I have to keep it moving. I have to go and think about myself, my family, whoever I had the strength to help that day. I forgot what we was talking about. And I don't know what we're going to label this video. Oh, the move. Yeah, I'm anxious about all of it, cleaning, the bugs that keep succumbing me, are they gonna be rude when they knock? Are they just gonna knock and then just say you gotta go right now and I won't have time to pack? Or am I worrying over nothing because they said December and I'm only in my 5th month. I hadn't been here 6 months. And I'm anxious, am I gonna go to the streets? And I'm a woman and have people stealing my shit again. Like, have no worry of locking up my things, start from ground zero again. I don't want to go back to another community housing because they was the ones stealing my shit. And it wasn't really community housing, it was a trap house on the street. That one wasn't worth reporting. Some places you just got to know when to fold up your tent and just let it go. And so they was the ones stealing my shit, and I've acquired some things, and I really don't want to go back into that. They was the one that didn't want me to have wheels, so I'm like, and I've acquired some more credentials since I was in the house. I definitely don't want to go back to that house and get robbed again. So I'm very anxious about how are these people gonna talk to me? Are they just gonna grab me and throw me out? Are they gonna say you got 72 hours, you got 24 hours? Are they just gonna hand me court documents? And I gotta try to find a way to get my drink that the roach crawled over. So but I'm not gonna push myself. I don't think I want that right now because he done crawled all over, and even though he didn't touch the wet part. So I want to drink it, but it's just a mental thing. He was crawling all over my shit, I'm gonna transfer and rinse the cup. I'll be right back, okay? Titties covered up. So let me show y'all this transfer. This is the transfer that I did. I put it. This is what I didn't wind up getting a job. This is how sorry America is, and this is a fallen country. I don't know if the country ever was great. I'm not sure. I'm sure. I just don't want to say it. But got this from the job fair. Did a cup transfer, rinsed out the other cup the brooch was crawling on because of germs. I have to sit there having to hold up. So I got the transfer done. So I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, the move. Yes, I'm anxious. I've had a whole life spent where men, not all men, are this way. I'm not a man basher. You know, every now and again, pucker my lips like this and bat my eyes like this. Every now and again, you know, I want some D, so, you know, it's not all men that I feel that way about. And I'm also scratching. So I'm used to men, you know, man, just talking to me a certain way, telling me what to do, talking crazy to me pretty much. And that's my fear, is that, you know, I'm just used to men bossing me around, and that's my fear, that somebody gonna, because that's been my experience renting, is people come in. So far, I haven't had that issue with these people who rent in this place, but this is the vibes that I'm getting from these people. It's the vibe they put off in the tensed up, frowning face, never smiling kind of thing. I think I might have seen a guy smile once. I made him laugh and didn't realize I made him laugh, but I'm like, are they gonna bully me like every other American rental I've ever had, whether I was behind on rent or ahead? And when it's time to move out, they're all the same. So I'm like really anxious about how these people are gonna treat me, and because I don't want no new bad stuff to happen. How these people are gonna treat me? I'm gonna have to spray that. I gotta get it. How these people gonna treat me in my move as I move out? So I am very anxious about my move out of here, and I'm scared. Because I'm scared I'm gonna be outdoors again, that I did all this gathering and all this hunting for nothing. Like, my shit's about to get wet. And the weather is more inclement in Illinois than it is in Mississippi. This guy moving me indoors, because in Mississippi I was more inclined to be homeless because I could tolerate the weather. Mississippi don't get a whole lot of rain unless it's a hurricane out there or a tornado. So we don't get all these. Illinois get all these storms. Tiffany was right. Illinois is a storm state. So maybe God moved me to Illinois for a reason, because I don't want to be homeless in Illinois with all these storms. It's pushing me to fight for my life, fight for not being homeless. If I was in Mississippi, I would have been found hiding underneath somebody's boat, sneaking in and out at odd times of the morning, which still night. And so yeah, if it wasn't for the storms here, I'd already been packed up and not even stayed for the 6 months, and just 6 months just gone. But that's my anxiety, my worry right now is, and God has forced me to put my face closer to the camera. He's saying it's not a bad face, so is my dear, because the bullying that I'd endured, and some here, not just my old life, some bullying here. I had some jealousy, and people be having things to say about my appearance. So back to the weather, but yeah, Illinois got some storms, like sandstorms and wet storms, and like I said, I don't want all my shit getting wet. I'm like, that was my whole point. Did I do all this gathering the past We're going into next month. Did I do all this gathering just to get all my shit wet? I still remember, I don't know what state I was in, and that was the night I cursed God the most and the rain came down. And that's the night I'm pretty sure I picked up the parasite. I don't know where I was. I slept alongside, adjacent of a museum. Not a big fancy one. It looked like somebody's slave house, like a little mini slave house. And I remember that was the night. It was so slimy and so nasty. And I can remember all my shit got wet. I had worked all that day gathering and walking, and I packed everything in the wagon. So in a way, it was beautiful. And I remember I had all my shit exactly how I wanted it. And then God sent the rain, and I was just like, why? And I slept outside in the rain that night, and I was just thinking, like, that's all where all my anxiety is right now, because the weather's been so shit in Illinois the past month. And I've acquired some nice things. I've got 2 minutes to list off. And I've actually got some, for the first time in my life, some decent clothes to wear. Let me come out of this blanket, because now I got hot. And, so I'm like, really like an anxious Nazi right now. I'm anxious about, where am I going to be sleeping when it's cold? Where am I going to be? Because these people don't care anything about me. They put me in here, spared my whole deal. They knew I wasn't going to find a job. I'm talking to other people who've been rotated in the building, and it wasn't me snooping. These people have come to me. Other neighbors have come to me telling me I'm just a number, I'm just a statistic. Saying most people, they just take the 6 months and they move out. Nobody finds a job, and this is new America. So I got anxiety on, especially being a woman, and I might be with child, So I'm waiting on a pregnancy test to come back. I ain't taking one in so long. I'm used to it being instant when you get it out the store. Usually just pee on a stick, but I don't know. I gave them my urine sample, so I think they're gonna find out if who knows. I got tested for so many things while I was there. They might have forgot I requested the pregnancy. Oh no, I didn't request it. She requested, my doctor. So I'm anxious about moving all this stuff by myself. I'm anxious about, I ain't got no wagon now. Am I gonna have to walk up and down the road carrying this stuff? Are the people who, my enemies, gonna be happy to see me out again? Are these people gonna catch me at an uncomfortable time when I'm doing something private here, and when I'm in the middle of something I don't have time to think straight? Tell me I gotta go. I got anxiety because I might be in the middle of something. I might have a guest over. My eyes, excuse me, allergies, itchy eyes, itchy watery eyes. I might have to leave those off for a while. Leave my glasses off for a while. My eyes start itching straight up. So, it's just bright looking into the display, but yeah. So then I got food. I got food to sort out, and I can't just starve to death into my 6 month. As I go into my 6 month, I can't just sit here and starve to death. So I gotta acquire more things as I'm rotating out of the system. So it's stressful, I'm aging, shopping, I'm taking care of my medical needs, I'm taking care of my family. So the anxiety's up, moving, and then I wrote myself a checklist for that things I forgot from a book. Move out checklist. They charge you for certain things. And I'm stressed out because I met someone that wants my furniture, and I was looking forward to just getting rid of the furniture because they charge you for furniture if you leave it in your apartment. And I've met someone that actually, so I'm stressed about that. I'm stressed that he wants his furniture and I need the furniture out of here when it's time. And so I'm stressed about the furniture. These are some big pieces of furniture. I've got about 4 or 5 pieces, maybe more of big furniture. So I'm stressed about the furniture. I'm stressed about, it may sound silly to you, but light bulbs. Like, I work really hard for a person who doesn't have cash to get light bulbs from the food banks. And it's like a waste of a couple packs of bulbs that I didn't even wound up getting to use yet. And there's a couple of different things like that I haven't had, been able to use. That was a weird sound. So, and I'm concerned about all the places they made me apply to. I've given over 60 places. Luckily, I wrote these places down so I can have them checked out at some point in time and report whoever I need to report. There's some that stole my personal information. Some of these jobs promised me a job and just stole my information. Trying to make sure Roach ain't in that. So it's a lot of different things. And I feel like a fool because I keep having all these recurring dreams about Kylie, and I'm mad at myself because I had a dream about her last night and this morning, and I can't remember what I dreamt about. But we were together in our mansion. Her hair wasn't blue. Her hair wasn't blue on this one, but I had a dream about her. And this is my neck, and it's getting more gangly over the years. And so there's nothing else I can tell you about the move. I don't know where I'm heading yet, other than California, but not right off. I gotta find someplace else to move within Illinois for at least a couple months after I leave here. And after the 6 months is done, leave here, go someplace else in Illinois, lock that in for a couple months, then go to California.